Chapter 2 is titled Beginnings of English America, 1607 to 1680. This chapter concentrates on the early history of the Chesapeake and New England colonies between 1607 and 1660. The chapter begins by exploring the motives behind English colonization in the New World, then considers who was immigrating to North America and for what reasons. Contact with the Indians and the subsequent transformation of Indian life is examined. The settlement in the Chesapeake region, where tobacco emerged as the economic engine, and most early colonists cultivated that crop as indentured servants, is compared with the more family and spiritually oriented, more economically diverse New England settlements. There is an ironic note in the story of New England's economic development. Although Puritanism's religion-based work ethic partly encouraged the region's economic growth, the wealth it created eventually weakened the power and influence of Puritan authority. Religion and freedom are common themes in this chapter, relevant to the establishment of Maryland, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. The Puritan distinction between moral liberty and religious freedom plays a significant role in the banishment of Roger Williams and Anne Hutchinson from the Massachusetts colony. Puritanism and liberty are highlighted in Voices of Freedom, with excerpts from the trial of Anne Hutchinson and from a speech given by John Winthrop. The chapter concludes by looking at the history of English ideas of freedom from the Magna Carta through England's Civil War of the 1640s, which gave the English the belief that they were the world's guardians of liberty. As such, the English believed they were destined to free the Americas from the hold of the Spanish. And here in this particular image you see Queen Elizabeth. Virginia, the state of Virginia, was named after her. And in the background you see on her right, which would be your left, the Spanish Armada when in 1688 they intended to invade England. However, a storm and along with the English Navy made the Spanish Armada collapse almost completely, and that is what you see on the right-hand side in the image where the Armada has been destroyed. And this also helped the English feel that they were destined to defeat the Spanish, because they felt that inclement weather had been sent along by God. There are 6 sections to this chapter: England and the New World, the coming of the English, settling the Chesapeake, the New England way, New Englanders divided, and religion, politics, and freedom. And as you read chapter 1, please keep these learning objectives in mind. You should be able to answer these questions after reading the chapter. Describe the main contours of English colonization in the 17th century. Identify the obstacles the English settlers in the Chesapeake had to overcome. Explain how Virginia and Maryland developed in their early years. Identify what made the English settlement of New England distinctive. Describe the main sources of discord in early New England, and explain how the English Civil War affected the colonies in America. Now read chapter 1 and read chapter 2 and complete your chapter 2 assignment. Please let me know if you have any questions.